My husband's coworker confessed she wanted him, so I told her husband everything.
You can't double dip, girl.
About a month ago, I found a text exchange between my husband and a colleague that sounded like a continuation of a talk they had at a work outing, where she confessed that she wanted him. All her senses.
All 5.
All of her senses.
That's eyes. Wait. That's
No.
seen,
Yes,
hearing.
She's naming them all,
Eyes.
everyone. We're going to see if she can do
eyes.
it.
Name your 5 senses right now. Go.
Go.
It's hearing, seeing, tasting, smelling, touching.
There we go. But that it will never go beyond that because she loved her husband and would never want to hurt or disrespect him. I confronted my husband and he said it was nothing, just a wasted conversation, and nothing has ever happened between them and never will. It never happened. By the way, this comes from Ordinary Fudge 4087, and if you have any stories you want to submit, you know exactly where to go. I'm Riley.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to read stories very goofily, and you're here to comment down below anything you want to. So, OP says, I chose to send the screenshots to her husband, and from her reaction, I think they're separated and headed for divorce. OP wasted no time.
Whoa.
She sent me a text late last night asking if I was happy with what I did, if I could sleep at night well, and that now she is free to do what she wants now. That's a threat.
What? Wait, that's what the coworker said.
Yeah.
Now she's free to do what she wants, so she's about to come steal your man?
Yep.
That doesn't make her free to do that. I mean, yeah, it makes
She has no strings attached now.
I mean, sure, but there's strings attached to the other marriage.
Do you understand that I am free to do what I want now? I hope you're happy. My mother said that I should never have contacted her husband. Am I naive enough to believe nobody has ever fantasized about other people other than their partners, and booze make her speak her fantasies out loud? My husband is very upset with me and said that she didn't deserve it. He is refusing to find a new job or cut contact with her. And we have some comments. He doesn't want to cut contact with her?
Yeah, that's kind of shady. Be like, you tried to, like, ruin my marriage. I mean, it's not like she did. She was just saying, like, oh, I want you, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, no. But that's like an infringement on the other party. And so I don't know why the husband didn't do anything. I think he secretly likes the attention.
Oh, yeah. I got a little spicy sleep in my back pocket. A little spicy sleep coupon. It's a work discount.
It's a work discount.
I got me a work discount with Keon.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Relevant comments. Commenter says she basically said I'd F him if I were single. And you made her single. LOL.
Oh, wow.
The bigger thing is what your husband responds to her when she said it. You have left that out. So I assume he just brushed it off or ignored it. He says he wrote nothing back. She apologized later for writing what she did, and he apologized for not stopping her when he noticed she was wasted and was blurting out in her thoughts, and he apologized for what she's been through, something they probably discussed at the outing. But I don't know what it was, and he told me it wasn't my business. I'm sorry. Savannah, you have a partner. No. I'm going to ask Keon. Keon, I tell you a secret. Who is this secret going to go to?
Me and only me.
Really?
But depends the secret.
Yeah, it really depends.
But usually
I hit a robot on the way to work.
Oh, that's not
I tell everyone.
I tell everyone.
That's hilarious.
But that robot knows my face now.
That sucks to suck for you.
Okay.
But yes, I tell a lot of the things to my girlfriend because
So
that's my most.
I'm going to make it juicier. Say Riley comes to me and he's like, oh, I was flirting with some girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you
That girl was Angie, right?
No, it wasn't Angie. Now what?
I'm talking to Riley first. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's going to call me out.
I call him out first.
And then if this continues to happen, what are you going to do?
I'm telling Angie.
Are you? Or are you telling Carly?
I'm telling both. How about that? I'm like, ladies, we have a girls' night. Guess what?
We got a cheater producer. And it ain't me. That's what he say. Opie says, I showed him this post, and he got very upset and said to delete it because it's other people's lives. and I insisted on knowing what happened, and he finally confessed that her husband was in an accident 8 years ago and they hadn't had a relationship. She got wasted and told him and another colleague, I wasn't supposed to write this. He will not leave his job or stop speaking to her and even wants me to apologize to her.
Wait, what?
So he got in an accident and she's caretaker? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, so she's like not fulfilled now in her relationship because he got into an accident and that probably either mentally or physically disabled him, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And so now she's like, it's not the same. And so I just yearn for more. And that is hard because it's like, I love you, but now you're like a completely different person than who I fell in love with.
This happened to my uncle.
Really? And what happened?
Got in a bad car accident, was in the hospital for 4 months and came out of it, needed some help, and now he's pretty normal now.
Oh, well, I'm saying like if it affects you, like imagine you got
It does affect him day to day still.
Yeah. But I mean, like you become like your whole personality has now become something else because maybe you are like, imagine if you're completely paralyzed. What do you do? Like now I have signed up to do this when originally that wasn't the plan, but obviously like it's, you now have to like rewire your brain as well. It'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't just leave this person because that's horrific that this happened. I still love them, but like now I have to do jobs of both of us. Those people are amazing. Angels in this lifetime.
So commenter says, literally nobody here can identify who they are. It's not going to change their lives in any way. The heck? You apologize to her? Also, are you friends with your husband's colleague and her husband? How did you get your husband's colleague's husband's phone number? How did she get your number? I don't have numbers for my man's coworkers, let alone their significant others. Opie says, I found him on Facebook. She probably got my number from my husband.
Interesting.
So the husband gave your number to her? I don't trust that. This husband's kind of shady.
That's very weird. Yeah, why would he give your number to her?
Oh, your wife's causing me all this mayhem, blah, blah, blah. You know, she wants to spill the tea. And so now give me her number so I can do something about it. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
Commenter says, the only thing stopping the other woman from being with your husband is his willpower to stay faithful to you. But with him being upset because you told not quitting the job and not in contact with the other woman, I fear his willpower isn't that strong. Good luck, OP. OP says, apparently it was her willpower to stay faithful to her husband because I just confronted mine and he tried to deflect, so I went off on him. And he admitted that he has feelings for her and that he knows it is wrong and that he will regret it. But he has had feelings for 3 years.
So he has been emotionally cheated on you for 3 years then?
Having a crush on someone's emotionally cheating?
No, but it's not like he was trying to be more than just colleagues. Like, it's not like he was initiating it. She was, and he just kind of either deflected or like ignored. So it's not like he was like also pursuing it. But I mean, after 3 years, I don't know. I feel like if someone was like leading me on for 3 years.
It doesn't sound like they were leading each other on. He had feelings for her for 3 years. I've had feelings for a recent coworker for the past year and a half now. I haven't
Me too. Wait.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. It's about to come out.
Who is it? You know what? You'd say it first, and then I'll say it.
How would we say it at the same time?
Okay. No, I can't. I can't do that. OP shares on if she has children with her husband. Yes! 2 kids! Commenter says, what was he doing with her? Did they spicy sleep together? OP says, he said, for effing sake, no, of course not. I asked him why he met up with her, and he said because she wanted help because she was freaking out, and he is the reason her husband is leaving her. She's freaking out because her husband needs much assistance, and she doesn't believe anyone would take care of him now that she's left. He accused me for hurting many people. Then it was when I asked if she has feelings for her, and he said yes for 3 years. But she would never sleep with him as long as they're still married. Us fellas need to work on platonic friendships.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could have platonic friendships with females.
Oh, really?
I didn't.
You
I
just
didn't.
fall in love with everyone?
I was like, oh, this one. But recently,
They just fall in love with me.
But recently, I have, within the past 6 months, I've had a lot of new friends, and 3 of them are women, and, we hang out, and I like to hang out in public spaces. We hang out in public spaces. We have a coffee, and we're literally chatting about one thing, and it's like, I'm doing comedy classes. It's comedy. It's about that thing, and that's the only thing there.
It's not like you're like overstepping and like getting into like trauma dumps or getting into like, let me tell you about my girlfriend and all this stuff. Then it's like, and then that's like kind of like stepping over line,
Exactly. But this, if you're talking to someone, Keon, I'm never going to bang you unless we're single. Then I think we could bang.
My feelings are hurt, but okay.
Feelings are hurt.
Oh, there's more. Sorry. There's more to this. This just is wild to me. Okay, there's a little bit more. Sorry. My husband doesn't believe it's cheating. Her husband, however, has wanted to end the relationship for a while, and I guess my text was the last straw. You know what? I thought OP was kind of the a-hole, but it seems like everything kind of worked itself out. Oh, we have some information about the colleague's husband. He is in a wheelchair, and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I don't think he is interested in relationships in that way.
Oh.
OP and her husband's ages and the colleague's ages, I don't want to give specifics, but my husband and I are late 20s, early 30s, and she is maybe mid to late 30s. Commenter, do you have access to your bank accounts, credit cards, and investments? Call and freeze your cards and credit card so we can't open new cards with your name on them. Freeze your bank accounts. Make sure copies of all your investments and retired accounts. Get a shark of divorce lawyers. Obi says we don't have money or assets. The house is before we got married. Update 1 month later.
I don't know. I think, honestly, I feel like she ruined her own marriage.
Think
but
so?
But it wasn't entirely her fault because her husband was he literally was like, oh, I've had feelings for her for 3 years.
He was being weird with it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
100%.
he was being weird with it. And he was being shady. And he was like hiding things from her and then being like,
he
you're
entertained it.
overreacting.
Yeah, he entertained it.
Yeah.
You
I
think,
agree.
oh, I have a wife. I appreciate the compliments and I appreciate the sentiment, but stop it.
Oh my gosh, dude, that reminds me. You know who has the best example of this interaction that Keon just said?
What?
Jack Black.
What?
Because recently,
Oh, the Elle Fanning thing?
yeah. Elle Fanning came out. Oh my gosh, Jack Black is just amazing, blah, 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 blah. And they interviewed Jack Black, and he's like, I am flattered, but I have to close my eyes and turn away. Like, I'm flattered. Thank you. I have a wife and kids.
Yeah. It's like, okay, thank you. Keep going. Or let's keep, like, I'll leave this window slightly cracked or I'll leave this door slightly open to entertain that idea. Don't entertain it. Why are you entertaining it? I mean, if a girl, like, this is, like, again, back to, like, telling my partner, if a girl hit on me, I'll tell Carly, I'm like, hey, a girl hit on me tonight. I said thank you, but, like, that's that. And that, great. That's the end of it. Not, a girlfriend hit on me tonight, but I kept going with it.
Yeah. I was at an open mic, and this one woman, she was making jokes. She's like, you look like the hillbilly version of Glenn Powell. I was like, wow, I'm going to ride that high all week. I told her, I was like, thank you. I'm going to ride that high all week. The woman was like, that wasn't supposed to be a compliment.
Oh.
That's very weird. Yeah.
And I told Angie, she laughed.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to ask a series of 2 polls. Keep up with me. A, for this is emotionally cheating, what the husband and colleague have been doing. B, for no, it is not emotionally cheating. And then here's my next poll. 1 for they should divorce, and 2 for they should go to therapy. So first question, real quick from everyone. Quick answer. Was this emotionally cheating? I say no.
I say yes.
I say yes.
Real
For
quick.
3 years?
3 years.
3
has
years,
feelings.
there's no way that... Yeah, he has feelings. That's emotional. That's an emotional reaction. That he's
Okay.
had feelings
And
for
it's
this girl.
reciprocated.
That's cheating.
And it's reciprocated.
Okay,
Yeah.
true. The fact
Even if it
that
wasn't reciprocated, it's still cheating.
okay, the fact that they did say, "Oh, we'd bang each other if we're still not married." Yeah, okay, emotional cheating.
That's
I
literally
agree.
throwing the idea out there. I would do it if
Yeah.
you were single. So be single. Or if you are single, I'll still do it.
Next one, divorce or therapy. Savannah,
I don't know, because, I mean, you have kids. You say you don't really have a lot of money.
therapy then.
I guess, yeah, I would go to therapy. I'd also have him like block her and, you know, maybe like switch jobs or go in like a different department or something.
So therapy.
I think a lot of people are saying A1. I love that. Steak sauce. Yum. But I think because there's kids involved and you don't have the financial stuff to get lawyers, it's going to be a hard situation to do that. So
Yeah. I'm going to say divorce because they are at the point where he's saying stop. She's not stop posting. No respect there.
And she's also
She's
checked
saying-
out. She's checked out of her other relationship.
Yeah, and she's saying to him, stop talking to her, but he won't stop talking to her. There's no respect.
Exactly.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to
Boundaries are-
they're head to
Yeah.
This is like, in a way, not physically cheating, but I'm sure there has been like tries. Like there's been advances, I'm sure, in the past 3 years. And maybe he's been like, no. Maybe he's been like, well, technically this isn't, you know, whatever. But I think that he's being weird and he's being shady. I would I would divorce him, but I think for the kids, you should try therapy first.
Got it. Yes. Good point. So 1 month later. Hi. It's been a tough month.
Oh no, that's not a good good
Great way to
start.
start an update.
It's been a tough month. My husband left me. They are now
No.
together, and we are divorced.
So she has quit her job, and she and her husband are working on their marriage.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
They have both blocked me. Her husband has always felt guilty for her sticking around, and he wanted to divorce to set her free. She begged him to take her back and cut contact with everyone from her job.
Oh, wow.
And after this story, don't cut contact with us. We have more stories just like this on your favorite podcast platform. Just search up OK Storytime. I have no interest in contacting her anyway, so blocking me was redundant. My husband and I don't know. We got a little bit left here.
Oof.
Keon, could you maybe look for an
I'll
update?
check.
It's like everyone's walking on eggshells.
Yeah. I'm glad the colleague and her husband are working something out.
Yeah, I think there was also, you know, because he was feeling, the husband of the colleague, he was also feeling like he was a burden, which also is just so sad because it's like none of this is your fault. And obviously, like, you didn't, like, make this happen or whatever. But I think he literally was like, I want to have divorce because I feel like this is unfair to you. Like, you never wanted this type of life, which is so sad.
Yeah. Annie JN1 says OP's husband said the other woman would not sleep with him because she was married. Not that he would not sleep with her because he is married.
That is true. There are stipulations in this.
Apparently, people at work are mad at him for her quitting her job, and he seems to blame me for them giving him the cold shoulder. He never said it outright that he blamed me. We are starting therapy soon. After that, I don't know. I'm very depressed still, and I feel very lonely sometimes. Like nobody understands me. Commenter says he admitted having feelings for her for 3 years. In what universe are you the problem at all? Him and her are the problem. That's it. Obi says nothing physical happened between them, and they truly believe that this is the only thing that constitutes as cheating. Commenter says your husband apologized. Obi says yes, he apologized, and he understands what I did, but that my beef was with him, not her or her husband. Obi says it never turned physical between them. Somehow both believe it is safe and not cheating as long as they don't have actual spicy sleep. I have looked at their last text to my husband before blocking him about how things could have been different if they were in other circumstances, and that she dreamed about it sometimes, but that she loved her husband and couldn't hurt him more than she already did, wished him a good life, and told him she was blocking him, and she truly believes there's a universe where they were both free and happy together, and that's comforting enough for her. His answer was that he wanted to believe that too, and wished her and her husband luck and happiness, and he apologized for me hurting her husband in that way. She answered with a question mark. Answer with a what?
Answer with a question? I don't know.
I still don't like how the husband's handling
He's
this.
the worst person in this situation.
Yeah. He's like trying to blame his wife when he was the one doing all of this. You caused this. Like, you and your colleague have been doing this for 3 years. And then because I caught you, now you're going to be
Blame me?
defensive and blame it on me.
It's
Flip
point
it
the
on
finger
me.
back, yeah. So
Like,
you can't take
screw
accountability. That's not a good trait to have.
That is
Exactly.
not
Yeah.
such an annoying.
You,
thing to
it's
have
your
around you.
fault. You made me do this.
He's apologizing because he got caught, not because he actually cares to apologize.
What'd you find, Keon?
So this is actually pretty fresh. So this was a pretty recent update within like the last 10 days. So
We'll get
Yeah.
something in a month.
we'll probably get something in a month-ish, maybe more. But this is a pretty fresh post. A lot of the comments are just like, "Oh man, now everyone blames the one person who had an actual backbone and told the truth."
Yeah.
I keep my fingers crossed for you that your husband can see what you did was right. If not, I don't know where that leaves you then. Hope therapy helps you both.
Shawnee OP says OP's husband is a weirdo. He defo is emotionally cheating and throwing her under the bus in all situations.
Yeah.
The fact
he
that they're
is.
saying in a universe we're perfect together.
He has not even defended her once throughout the story.
No, he's
Like
just
he
annoyed at
defended
OP.
he defended the colleague and was like, "What are you doing? Why are you ruining her life? Blah blah. She just
This
likes
is my
me."
work wife.
Yeah.
You're the problem, wife.
Wife.
Yeah.
This is my potential future wife.
It's like he never stood up for his wife and family one time in that story.
No.
Red freaking flag right there, girl. Get out.
He went, I have a wife and kids, but I'll entertain the idea that we still could be together.
Yeah, for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
You're not that great. One girl likes you, and it's like, oh my gosh, another girl
I'll
likes me
drop
other than my wife.
everything for
I'm
her.
so hot and can do anything now. Please.
Yikes. Cool. All right, Savannah.
Are you
ready to read?
I am ready to read.
Oh, good.
My husband's girlfriend sat us down at dinner and asked him to get her pregnant.
Can we try for a baby?
Let me impregnate my, what is it? My girlfriend?
Let's just read.
Like-
Good try.
What?
My husband and I have been together since we were 22. We are now 38. We have 2 wonderful sons, a teen and a preteen. When our youngest was 3, we opened our marriage because I wanted to explore. We did some swapping a few times. It was okay, but I realized I really liked being with women. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Unsure 1234. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give some good advice in a little goofy way, but we don't have all the answers, obviously. We only tell you what we would do, but you should let us know what you would do in the comments. As OP says, eventually I told my husband I was done exploring, but he could continue if he wanted. We talked a lot. He agreed after we discussed some ground rules.
Which were? Please tell us your ground rules.
I never really dated anyone else. I had brief relationships with a few women, but that's it. He met Sarah, a very successful career, 40, and there was an immediate spark. Sarah said she wanted to meet me. I told her that as long as their relationship didn't interfere with our life or his responsibilities as a dad and husband, he is very involved in the kids' lives and with household responsibilities. I was completely okay with it. So one weekend a month, they would meet and have fun. Few times they went on mini trips. I actually enjoyed seeing my husband happy, and Sarah even sent me a few videos.
Oh, well,
Of what?
That is just weird.
Of
I don't
what?
know.
Of
I don't
them being
know.
happy
It's
together?
Weird. I don't want my partner to be happy with anyone else but me.
Yeah, it's nice seeing my husband smile at home sometimes.
I love it when my husband's happy with his girlfriend. You know? It just brings joy to me when my husband is with his girlfriend having fun. He has a hobby.
No.
This is the hobby. Mini trips? Really?
Yeah. Oh, my husband's going on a trip with his girlfriend. Is that not you? No,
no.
his girlfriend. I'm his wife.
If I were to implore a open relationship, mini trips are off the table. I can't even think about me being in an open relationship. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
You're not built that way. She clearly stated that she had no intention of replacing me. Now, on Saturday, she texted my husband saying she wanted to see both of us at a restaurant. We showed up and she dropped a bomb. She wants my husband to have a baby with her.
Oh.
She said it would be like being a single mom by choice, except the baby would know who the dad is and my husband would be involved visiting the child and being part of their life.
It's like I'll be a single mom, but he'll be there. So yeah.
So you're a single mom, but the dad is still going to be a part of your life, but you're not married, so you're still technically single.
He's just going to show up once a month when it's time. I'm just going to spend an extra 15 minutes there to hang out with the kid. Mommy, who's that man that just comes every month and leaves after An hour? Who is that? Oh, that's your father.
That's your daddy.
But then who's the
He has a-
woman with daddy?
I saw daddy kissing this other girl. Yes.
Yeah, your dad has another family he's actually really likes. So.
And daddy wasn't kissing Santa Claus.
Okay, real quick notes. The chances of this actually happening, I would say, are a little lower than most impregnations because she's in her 40s. Not saying it's impossible.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's in her 40s and she wants to have a child. It's not impossible, but it just imposes more risks.
More, I just
But
think
it's
the numbers are lower.
Yeah.
You know what? I honestly believe any woman can have kids at any age,
Yeah,
post or
you can.
pre-menopause.
Post-menopause? You
Yep.
think they can have children?
I do. I really do.
He's a woman doctor.
Chat, can you just
I really
about
do
that?
believe that. I think miracles could happen.
Chat, I need you to tell him.
I know it's lower, but I still believe there's a chance of it
Who's gonna
happening.
tell him? Who's gonna tell him?
Chat, you need to tell him. I can't do it. My husband said this is 100% my decision and that if I don't feel comfortable, it won't happen.
Wait, babe, you get to choose if I have a second family or not. This is crazy. Why is he entertaining this?
Honey, do you think the kids need a friend? They're siblings, but should we add a half?
Should we add another half?
Like a 0.5? Would that make it fun for everyone?
Gosh.
Yeah. They both said that if I say no, their relationship will continue, so I shouldn't feel pressured that I'm breaking them up.
If she wants a kid, it's going to be kind of easier to forget a few steps before coitus.
She said she could find another donor, I assume. I can't stop thinking about it. Am I ruining my husband's happiness if I say no? If I say yes, am I ruining my kid's future and our marriage? I hate to admit it, but I always wanted a daughter. What if my husband and she have a girl?
What?
Then she would be the woman who finally gives him a daughter.
What?
Girl, you are crazy thinking. This is crazy talk and crazy thoughts.
Why are you so laid back, OP? I mean, OP's just chill like that.
She's like, well, I have always wanted a daughter for him and also for me, but it's just going to be another girl who's... So it's not going to be related to me, but maybe I could treat that as mine. That shit is so messy. Ay.
She didn't say treat her as mine. Treat her as, oh, that woman finally gave her a daughter and she's going to steal him away from me. And how are you supposed to explain this to your kids growing up? That's my question.
Listen, kids, mom and dad are fun. We like to have fun.
Please shut this down. I don't know why the husband has to shut this down. That's because he's happy with her. That's why. Okay, I understand now.
I'm a mess. Please give me advice. And there are some comments. Swing Light Style says, one more thing. This was previously discussed by the two of them. They had this conversation about her having a baby. Then they sprang it on you as if it wasn't already decided that she was going to do this with or without your permission to use your husband's baby juice.
Lovely. Yeah, your husband went, let me ask my wife first. I need her opinion. Let me ask her.
Is she pregnant now? This is all incredibly underhanded. OP responds, no, not pregnant now. She said once we are ready, she will go off the pills. Oh, God. Yay. What is going on here? J&A Fun asks, do you want to join him in paying child support until the baby turns 18? OP responds, she makes more than me and my husband total, and says she doesn't want any financial support. Toys Before Boys comments, info, how long has he been seeing this other person? OP responds, they have been dating for 2 years. 2 years is crazy. And now they're like, ready to take the next step in our relationship. Even though I know you already have a whole nother life besides me.
Donating baby juice wasn't as frowned upon, I would do it. Because the idea of having little me's running around everywhere is just amazing. And I'm like, you know what? I have pretty good genes. They're diverse.
They fit right.
They fit right. Yeah, it's going to be great. And plus, that person can watch all my episodes and be like, you know.
I thought about donating my eggs. Because they give you a lot of money. But it's like a lot of like work and then
It feels more riskier for women to donate eggs.
Well, we only have so many.
Yeah, like I have an unlimited supply of baby juice. You have so many eggs.
I don't like this conversation.
Anyways, what I'm saying here is this guy probably has the same mindset and he would want another human being alive.
Well,
and he wants to procreate.
Well, I was going to say, OP also said, I would like a daughter. Why not just have another baby with OP?
Good points. I don't know.
Sad and Nasty comments, him being a father being 100% your decision is so strange to me. I just have a hard time believing he's fully ambivalent about having another kid outside of your marriage. OP responds, I guess I didn't express correctly. I apologize. I'm an effing mess. On our way back, I asked if he wants to have a baby with her. He said, well, I love to have more kids. I love her so much, and if it were up to me, I would give her a baby, but I don't want you to feel pressured. I feel like I will be the reason for her not to have his baby.
Kalash in Japan says, would GF be okay with just the baby juice and no father for the kid? I think because of their relationship, they want the baby juice to be inputted manually, the old-fashioned way, and she would want the father to be around in some aspect. I want to hear the update, unless this next comment is juicy as well. I want to know where this goes.
Feeling some good. Says totally contrary to the initial agreement. Direct her to a baby juice bank. OP responds, I asked actually. She said, he is a good looking guy. She loves him. He is smart and a great guy. I'm not getting younger, so I'm going to do it by myself instead of wasting my time to meet a husband.
It's career woman talk right here.
Now there is an update.
Oh boy, what do you think they're going to do? I think they're going to agree to have another child out there.
1, another child. 2, done. 1, baby time. 2, What are we thinking?
Opie's way too laid back about this. I would have been like, hard no.
Well, I think OP also is like open to having like
Again, but
a
it's like,
daughter.
Yeah, it's half daughter. Well,
Yeah.
well, she's not even her daughter though.
Yeah, it wouldn't be your daughter at all.
yeah, that's the thing.
It would be their half siblings.
Oh, here
Like,
we
it
go.
would be the siblings
Okay, OP
half.
producer going with the one.
So you guys think that
She's like a CPP, yes.
CPP,
Critical people pleaser.
ICPPU. 1, but it should be 2.
Why put all your eggs in someone else's basket?
Oh, okay, fine.
Why
Very
not?
good.
Yeah, don't put all your baby juice in someone's eggs.
Everyone here is saying there's probably going to be another human made out of this agreement, when it should be no humans.
All right, let's see the update. I talked to my husband. He said Sarah a few times asked if he likes to have more kids casually and complimented him about what an involved dad he is, but that's it. I asked what he thinks about her request to get her pregnant. He said he really loves her and loves having more kids, and if that's what makes her happy, he would do it in a heartbeat if it were up to him only.
Knew it.
I told him he has 2 solutions. We separate/divorce, and he can get Sarah pregnant with 50-50 custody of our kids. He will have time to take care of her and her newborn too, like he did for me when I gave birth. He should also explain the whole thing to our kids.
Okay, I think he's going to do that one. Sarah makes her happy.
Or 2, he gets snipped before touching Sarah or any other women again. I'm not asking you to be monogamous with me, but I demand you to get snipped. He didn't reply and wanted to think. I guess as of right now, it's 100% on him.
Oh, what?
That's
Way
crazy.
to flip it.
Yeah, no, I mean, those are pretty dang reasonable.
Yeah,
You gave him 2 really good choices, and he's like, I'm going to think about it.
those are very good terms you're coming with, OP. So
I
now,
don't
you know,
know.
it's funny that he like left it up to you, but already kind of had an answer, and now you flipped it. And it's like, you know the right answer.
It's like when you ask your parents, and like, you're obviously the dad's like, go ask your mom.
Yeah.
And then your mom says, hey, either we do divorce or your dad gets a vasectomy. I hate when that happens, you know?
I hate it's happened too many times.
Hey, go ask your mom if I should do this.
Ooh, Sofa King says, conspiracy theory, she's already pregnant.
Ooh.
I like it. I think you're onto something there.
There are some more comments. OP says, I love him with my whole heart, but he should be the one to make this decision. If he chooses option 1, I understand. We can still be good friends and co-parent. Kai Scat says, when's the next time your partner is supposed to see Sarah? Has he spoken to you at all? How much space are you going to give him? OP responds, they are planning to go on a vacation end of March, but with the current state of Mexico, I doubt it will happen. No space at all, actually. We are acting normal. He cooked tonight and took our youngest to his soccer practice. OP to a long comment. She is not a friends with benefits. They both mentioned that they love each other. They have been together a little over 2 years, I believe, if not longer. We did talk about accidental pregnancies in the beginning. He said for casual hookups, he would wear some protection. But once he met Sarah, She told her from the beginning that she had absolutely no interest in ever becoming a mother and she was on the pill. I guess now she has changed her mind and wants to have a baby with her boyfriend. I'm not sure what changed in her life. She wants her kid to know their dad and my husband visit the kid, but I'm not sure how. She says single mom by choice with occasional visits by my husband. I thought about it a lot. I'm okay with sharing him. His mental health has been amazing since he has met her. He is a better spouse and dad now, but I'm not okay with my kids sharing their dad with her kid. I know if we get a divorce and he gets her pregnant, that's going to happen anyway. Ugh, such a mental torture.
Wow. How could you put yourself in this situation? At one point, it was all up to you. You could have just said no. I'm not comfortable with it. Simple as that. You can go against the flow. There is a horror movie out there about people not going with the flow, or all they do is go with the flow, and they have kids, and it turns out that they endanger their kids because of their mindset, because they're not protecting their kids.
What horror movie is this?
I have to find it. They made 2 versions of it, American version and a Switzerland version. I'll find it. You'd like it. It's really hard to explain, but what I'm trying to say here, stop going with the flow. Just say no.
Just put your foot down for once. Like, it's okay to put your foot down. Stop being like, oh, my hubby's happy. I'm going to give him options because whatever makes him happy makes me happy. That's why I'm saying OP's very chill about this.
Too chill. I don't like this. I don't.
OP, I think, puts her husband before her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's gotten her into a bit of a pickle because she knows what she wants, but she also is like, I don't want to see him unhappy because of me. Like,
Girl.
she doesn't want to be the reason that he isn't, happy anymore. But it's like, oh, girl, what about you? What about your happiness? Ooh.
And his penis.
Ha.
There's a second update.
Oh, God.
Would you choose divorce in my situation? Is divorce worth it when marriage is open? I had a long talk with my husband this morning before leaving for work, and now I'm trying to decide what's best for me and my kids.
Now the ball's in your court?
Again.
What?
Again.
It keeps going back and forth.
None of you can make a decision. It's bouncing off of whatever you want. No, whatever you want. No, but whatever you want. I'll give you options. I don't like those options. Let's try and figure out more options.
No one wants to be the bad guy.
Too many options.
It's either yes or no.
Sometimes you just got to rip off the Band-Aid. Be like, yeah, I am the bad guy. Screw me, I guess, for wanting, happiness for myself.
What happens?
That's also the other thing. OP is sapphic, basically. Like, she's not, but she is. She said she prefers women over...
In open and, like, fun flings.
Oh. Okay.
She can be bi.
Sure, yeah. No, she definitely can. This morning, his girlfriend texted him about his decision and joked that she should adjust their meeting schedule according to her fertile days and said she is so excited to try for a baby with him. I asked him the same question, what is your decision? He said he decided that he wants to have a baby with her and we'll figure out a routine so that everything works out the same.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The sentence where he's a lot happier now with Sarah. This is going to happen.
It's also the thing of, I need to think about it when there's 2 clear options that's going to make me, happy, and one that's going to make you happy.
I told him that in that case, I'm filing for divorce. He asked me, why? What are you trying to achieve? You can leave and then only see the kids 50% of the time. It will cost us a lot of money in legal fees. You'll go from a nice house with your kids to a small apartment near your work. To achieve what? You already can see other people. What would divorce bring you? What's the benefit for you? Oh, I mean, he kind of does have a point, but also...
She already had a decision before this happened. She had a clear ultimatum, this or that. And now what he's doing is changing that.
Yeah.
It's a little manipulative.
A little, it's a lot. He's also showing her, if you do that, you're going to have a terrible life.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I got a 40-year-old millionaire girlfriend.
Which crazy. Why didn't he bring that up when he was given the options?
Because he's definitely talked it over with
Exactly.
the other girl.
But he also
and
doesn't
that's
care.
what she's saying. You should ask her this. You should say this. Like, what would benefit her? Why would she want that? Blah, blah, blah. This is all coming from, I think the girls need to have a talky-talk.
But it's also, again, the thing of, it's only benefiting me. Not like, it's obviously not going to benefit you. Like, if you divorce, it's going to just cost you more. You're not going to be happy. But me doing this is going to make me happy. So.
Okay, Billy Time says she could be bi and say bye.
That's true. Bye, bye, bye. He said that whether we divorce or not, the baby will happen. He also said he won't neglect any of his responsibilities towards our kids or me because he'll have a new baby. According to him, the most logical solution would be to tell the kids about Sarah when she gets pregnant and explain that they will have a half-sibling. He wants to come clean and just continue with our lives. I got very emotional and said I don't want her in my life. He said she wouldn't be part of my life and that he could arrange visitations with Sarah and the baby so that he goes there instead of her baby coming to our house. He kept saying that this way everything would be open and honest. The kids would be informed and they could even meet the future baby.
Hey, guess what, buddy? That's still affecting OP's life.
I think at the beginning, nobody cared about OP, really. And now the husband and, Sarah are kind of off doing their own thing. And then OP's kind of stuff like, wait, nobody's here to care for me. Now I kind of have to care for myself. And so now she's coming to that realization like, oh, God, what did I do? Type of thing.
Katie Snap says, so it was unopened relationship, or did he cheat on his wife and get a girlfriend? It's an open relationship.
It's an open relationship.
It's been open this whole time. But now the other partner wants a baby with him. And he's like, is that all right? And OP's like, no, but I don't want to ruin your life.
Yep.
He's like, oh, well, then we'll just ruin yours.
Amy Dean says it perfectly. Yes, he chose her. She lost her number one spot as wife.
Yeah, it's true. He said there is literally zero benefit to divorce since our marriage is already open, aside from draining our bank account. I'm very emotional right now and planning to speak to a lawyer to get advice. Has anyone dealt with a situation like this?
I have not.
I have not.
I don't know who has. Seems a very niche thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. There are some comments. OP says he wants to introduce Sarah once she gets pregnant as his friend, and he and her are having a baby. My kids are not babies. They know where babies come from, so I have no idea how this will work.
Whoa, she's trying to infiltrate. I don't like this.
I feel like this should have been another conversation
Yeah.
to have with your family, because daddy's out having fun time with another woman and you haven't explained to your kids, like, if they're old enough to understand where babies come from,
Yep.
they should be old enough to understand, like, at least an idea of, like, that's more than daddy's friend.
Piece it together. Keon, at the beginning, they could do their own relationship as long as it didn't what?
At least get to this point.
Interfere with their lives.
This is more than interfering. This is their lives now.
Yeah. Logical Tough 5354 says, let me ask you, how do you feel that he has basically decided this is a go? Like, really feel? What does divorce do for you is his question, but what does this marriage do for you?
What are the pros and cons of both situations? Pros of divorce, pros of marriage. It doesn't look like we have a lot of pros of marriage right now.
It looks like you don't have a voice in your relationship either.
Not at all. Which, like, it's sad because, like, she did, but then he went and found happiness somewhere else, and now he doesn't need OP, and he's kind of like, I would be okay either way.
Wow.
And she's like, well, I wouldn't. And he's like, well,
that sucks. Sucks to
yeah.
suck. I gave you the option. Remember, I asked you.
Yeah.
Looking at that, I don't really think she did have an option.
No, she didn't.
What if she said
He
no
made it
right on the
seem-
spot?
Yeah.
We're breaking up then. That was his next words out of his mouth, I believe.
It's like, well, too late.
OP responds, sad. Very sad. Heartbroken to see him giggling when he reads her text about trying for a baby. We have 2 already. Why is he doing this? And by staying married, I get to live in my house, be with my kids 100%. My kids don't have to go to Sarah and his place 50% of the time. OP, to a longer comment, technically with my salary alone, kids and I can get by. If he pays for kids' extracurricular, then I think I'll be okay. He makes more than me. I just don't want my kids around his girlfriend and her future baby. They can have a relationship with her and see if they choose to, but the thought of spending half of their time there makes my skin crawl.
It's very weird because OP also said, I like the idea of maybe having a potential daughter with this if it does go through, and like the kids and everything. This should have been put down a long time ago.
Yeah, but OP, it seems like, has never had that backbone, has never had that, support behind her. And so she just feels defeated. And she's like, I really don't know what to do. And I guess I'll just look after my kids. And he does whatever he wants.
It really feels that way. This is wild.
Yeah,
Oh my
sucks.
gosh.
OP, to a longer comment, he has always been involved. He has been my best friend since forever. He has always made sure that I'm happy whenever we had spicy sleep. He would do anything for me and the kids. When I tell my coworkers what he does around the house and for kids, they always say that I'm super lucky. Then, since the whole baby with his girlfriend, everything has changed. Who is this man? I don't even know him anymore. He acts like a dumb teenager in love. Makes me gag. So update. Kids know now, so do his parents. We talked to them. He told them that it was my idea to open our marriage. He is not cheating, and I gave him consent. My oldest is so furious at both of us and called us embarrassing and disgusting. My youngest is meh and doesn't really care. My mother-in-law yelled at me when she found out. It was an emotional day.
Everything blew up. He really wants this new family. Like we say on the show, you get to have a practice family.
Ay, ay, ay. Jaden B44 says, what happened after your talk yesterday? OP responds, nothing really. He just cuddled with me as I was laying down in bed, sad, and reassured me that kids and I are his priority, and he loved us. He thinks he can magically manage everything if we work together. He wants to tell the kids when his girlfriend is pregnant because they will find out eventually anyway. I told him I want to talk to an attorney and a therapist. I told him I don't want to make a bad decision or rushed. He said he understood. Now there's a third update. Oh, brother.
How much more do we have left?
A little bit. This is the last update.
Yeah,
a
this
little
will be
bit.
the last
Okay.
one.
I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
We still got ways to go.
Still going. This is crazy, though. I feel so bad for OP. It's like, what do you do? Like, I know you kind of, like, said you wanted to open the marriage and whatnot, but you didn't expect this, and I guess nobody really does expect it, so I don't know. I don't know who to blame, but also I just want to blame the husband because he's...
No, we're blaming the husband here.
We're blaming the husband because they mutually agreed, like, yes, this was a compromise. But I also would say, OP, you didn't have a spine. I mean, your husband took advantage of you, and Sarah took advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's two hands on my
For
head.
baby juice. Just for some baby juice. He's a good guy, and he's going to steal her away from you.
Well, there is a third update. 57 days later.
Oh my gosh.
I have been getting many DMs. Here is the final update.
Here we go.
I met with an attorney, but decided to stay and work things out. I have been seeing a therapist who is very familiar with E&M. Sarah got pregnant almost immediately. Yes, I gave my husband consent, but also told him if it affects our life, I will be gone. She is due end of November.
She was already pregnant then.
She had to have been. Or I guarantee you, when she didn't answer that night, they said, okay, that was an answer. She said, maybe.
Ay, ay, ay.
She's already pregnant.
Come on, OP. Open your eyes. OP.
Because if she got pregnant, yeah, I went to a donor a few weeks ago. It worked first time. How many times did it take? It takes a pretty good bit to get.
Hey, sometimes all it needs is one shot.
It's true. It really depends, like, how good are both parties. Depends, like, the girl's body, how it reacts, and if the guy has...
Well, they're both older. It should
Yeah,
probably
but she
take a
also
few
has
more
never
rounds.
had children before, so that also is a factor. It's all in the air. Genetics.
What I'm saying is
everything.
they've been doing it for a little bit, and she's known for a couple of weeks. That's why they all of a sudden, how do we tell your wife, and how do we make her say yes
Yeah.
immediately?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe it was one shot, it's all it took, but at least they were definitely trying for sure.
She and my husband had a long talk. She is moving back to her home country to be closer to her sister. In fact, her moving day is soon, and my husband is helping her. He will be with her after she gives birth. She told my husband that once the baby is older, she would like to start to date to get married, so she will break up with my husband. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what?
So
So
she just wants a baby
she
from
just wants-
him,
but then
but doesn't want to, like, be with him the rest of the time.
What happened to that? This is good for OP.
Is it, though? Because
It
then
is.
he's going to lose her
Does-
and his happiness is going to go away.
Oh, over time, grow
Like,
resentment.
yeah. I don't even know what is happening here. This is crazy story.
So she had things beforehand, just trying to get a baby out of him because he's a good-looking guy. This is like the ending part of Frozen. Hans was the villain the whole time.
Oh. I was like, huh? Hans was a villain the whole time. My husband understood because he has zero plan to end our marriage. Even if I leave, Sarah has no interest in being a parent to our kids, so it's for the best. Sarah wants my husband to be in the kids' lives for occasional visits, FaceTime, and stuff. My youngest is very excited. My oldest at first got really mad, but now told my husband he wants nothing to do with the baby, which my husband respects. My in-laws are confused, lol. My mother-in-law hopes she finally gets a granddaughter. Overall, life is good. Thank you.
Is it?
this is too chill for me. This is too
Doesn't
chill.
seem it is.
This is too chill.
Are we on Lexi Pro right now?
All of
what
this.
What meds are we
This
taking?
is way too chill. Like everybody's like, okay, literally, it's like everybody wins, right? Everything I went through, the emotional stress, my husband just not listening to me and taking advantage of what I said and doing things his way.
So Sarah just wanted a donor.
Yep.
Sarah just wanted a
old-fashioned
baby.
one.
The
She just
whole
wanted a
time.
baby.
We
She
still
wanted
got a little
baby.
bit left.
Even though they were saying like, I love you, all this stuff, I just want to have a kid. And that's all.
And
And then
have
I'm
you
going to
there.
move away.
There's so many things that happen here. The thing that struck me is the parent-in-laws are okay with it.
Yeah.
And, okay, I want a donor. I want you to occasionally be in this baby's life, so I want you to visit. Sarah, what happens when you get an actual husband and then you have to explain why this guy is randomly here and why he's going to start to F you now? Like, what?
That's the baby's daddy.
Well, no, that wouldn't be the baby's daddy.
That would, yeah,
would be the
OP, his
baby's
husband
daddy.
would be the baby's daddy. But then how's because Sarah wants a husband now. Sarah wants a life. Sarah wants a boyfriend in her home country.
Yeah, I'm saying like when the baby gets older, would you be like, oh, here's your dad, but this is my partner?
Yep. Yeah, it's all over the place here.
God.
It feels like you, husband, going down this route have set off a bomb in your family, and now your son is upset with you. Your other son seems to be all right with it. Your parents are like, oh, a granddaughter, yay. WTF is happening. We got a little bit left, though.
It's crazy, yeah. But there's a lot left for you to listen to if you go to Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, or favorite podcast app, and just search up OK Storytime. So much to do there. All right, back to it. Here's some comments. OP to a long comment. No, I thought about it a lot. I told my husband he has my consent as long as our life stays the same. My husband is a firefighter, so he works 24-hour shifts a few days a month, and the rest he is free, so he mostly meets her when kids are at school. Besides their one weekend of the month together. My mother-in-law generally loves me, but sometimes she can be too much. The good news is every time I told my husband mother-in-law is too much, he stands up for me. Oh, good. Great.
Wow, he actually listens to you. That's great.
A perk in the marriage.
Yeah.
Hey.
There is a positive. Wow.
But couldn't stand up for me when it was someone impeding on my place.
He impedes on family, not girlfriends.
That's true.
Yes, it was my idea to open up the marriage, and he didn't cheat. He has talked to his parents again and again. He will again soon because my mother-in-law lately again has become too much. Mother-in-law asked my husband if she can visit the baby and goes with my husband when Sarah gives birth. Sarah said no, and besides him, she doesn't want to visit her until she's ready. Mother-in-law knows baby will be raised by Sarah alone, but hopes to get to visit the baby often too. Weird that the mother-in-law is like, I want to see my grandchild, even though I already have two other ones. I want to see this one with another woman.
You already have two. Come on, be grateful. Don't be greedy.
Ay. If he can't keep the boundaries he promised to me, I really have nothing to negotiate. I will leave him, and he's aware of that. Power Tripping Gentry says, does having the baby in Canada mean your husband is off the hook for child support? That would have been my main concern. OP responds, she has stated many times she will not file for child support, and she won't be adding my husband to the birth certificate. Baby will know who the real dad is, but she wants to be a single mom by choice. No, he will be there for birth and a bit longer to help her and the baby settle. Then he will occasionally visit them. Once she meets a new guy, he will be still visiting the baby, but obviously won't be staying with her.
Isn't that still affecting your life?
Oh my God.
How long at a time? You really just could have said no, and she could have went and got a baby down there.
Some
Didn't seem
people
that deep.
truly choose this life, and I just don't understand that. Some people truly just are like, yeah, I know I'm really stressed and all that, but, you know, it's fine. This is how life is, right?
It'll work out.
Like, oh my God.
It's literally, let's give him how many meters, how many miles can we give him to push after you say no?
This is what's going to happen. Oh, sorry, son. Your grandma and dad can't make it to your graduation because they have to go visit their other daughter and granddaughter in Canada. So they can't come to your graduation, little son. Something like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to impede. This is someone's life. And you want to show that you love her. And super unfair to the kid, too. Super unfair.
This is too much, truly.
It is. It's really weird. I would not want to be that kid. But guys, we got some comments from this next story. Let us know what you think about this one. Dear Lord, help us.
And now we got some comments from the story, I lied to my boyfriend, now he's proposing to me. It was posted May 12th, 2025. And this is the TLDR for the first story, OP has been with the love of her life for over 6 years. A proposal is right around the corner and she is ready to say yes. There is just one tiny little problem. She never actually graduated college, like not even close. She got suspended, faked 2 years of classes while living on campus, bought graduation robes, walked across the real stage in front of both families, and shook the actual dean's hand, all without ever earning a single credit towards her degree, and her boyfriend has no idea. None. Zero. How do you even do that? Now, he is about to get down on one knee. Her whole family thinks she is a college graduate, and she is sitting there wondering if she should confess everything or just take the secret to her grave. So what does she do? Does she come clean and risk losing everything, or does she stay quiet and build an entire marriage on a lie? If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video. And Keon's gonna read some comments now.
I do kind of remember this one. Yeah, that was wild. But we do have some comments. Keeps coming back. Lady Morgan 5950 says, it seems like the OP has done more work to keep up the lie than it would have taken to actually go to class and get a real degree. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
People do this. People have done this. Another comment here by Roguecrafter Jess saying, the first story sounds outrageous. Yes, I've still witnessed 2 different men get caught in the same lie. Both had dropped out of school and engaged in copious lies to everyone, including their girlfriends. Wild. Like I said, this does happen. I think Sam even said, like, someone recorded it graduating. Like, I graduated from college, even though never went to the college, never did any of the classes, and still walked it. So
they'll just hand them out. I think they got extras just in case it happens.
Yeah. Ali Rules 421 says the college story is quite a conundrum. She technically got away with it because their degree was only to appease her parents, and she still secured a good job. It's funny how contradictory to what you'd think it'll honestly become smaller and smaller of a lie the more time passes. Right now, it's I told a ton of lies. I can't explain properly. But 10 years down the line, it's more of, oh yeah, I flunked out, but was too embarrassed and kept up the charade, and so my parents wouldn't literally disown me at that time, where my mental health was at its lowest. But we made it work with no hiccups, so it's water under the bridge at this point, right? At least for the hubby. I don't know about the family, who seem to only care about the degree, but I'm fairly certain if she just explains to him the significant amount of pressure she was under, I'm sure he'd understand. I mean,
Lie's a lie.
A lie's a lie, but like, if you got the job and life is good and you're making good money,
don't sabotage it.
I think you're fine.
Yeah, don't sabotage it. I disagree with college nowadays.
Yeah, some people
I
don't
wouldn't
either.
have went to college if I knew.
If you knew what?
If I knew I could have done this without a college degree. I have a bachelor's in communication, and it applies to nothing.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's in acting and directing, and I feel like I could have done it without.
This is more, I would say, closer to what you do.
We have one last comment.
I never
one last
learned
comment,
any of
sorry.
this.
Comment number 4 by B. Ramoon. I understand OP. Growing up in a family that only values you if you're successful is not easy. She may be neurodivergent too. I was punted out for failing the same class 3 times. It took me a whole semester to tell my family, and when it did, it was bad. Families need to be supportive and love each other unconditionally, but it's not always the case. And that's the last comment.
Guys, if you want to watch that video, you know where to go. That's the end of this episode. This was super awesome. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave yet. I know you got more chores, and we got more stories. So stick around.
My brother-in-law insulted my brother with Down syndrome, so I threatened to call the cops on him.
Get him
Stand
in.
on business.
Stand on that business.
My hubby, male 40, and I, female 35, have been together 10 years, married for 5. We bought a fixer-upper 2 years ago and finally completed upgrades and repairs just in time to host Christmas. Both sides of the family came. My parents, my brother Frank, male 30, and his girlfriend, now fiance, Lila, female 29, and my hubby's parents and his brother Todd, male 32. By the way, this comes from Reputation Asleep 8905, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/Okie Storytime subreddit. So, since it's relevant, I'll mention that my brother Frank has Down syndrome. He also graduated from high school and college. He has his BA in early childhood education. He also has his own apartment and his own car. He works full-time as a preschool teacher, and his job loves him. I have freaking amazing parents, and when Frankie was born, their attitude was, you'll do as much as you're encouraged to do. And we all invested heavily in helping Frank be all he can be, which is a lot. That's great parenting right there.
I love that.
I never felt left out or forgotten by my folks, by the way. They worked really hard to make sure we both had a great childhood. My hubby and Frank are total bros. LOL. Frank was his best man in our wedding, and after being friends with Frankie for a few years, he switched his job as a high school English teacher to a special education teacher. It required some extra schooling, but my dude loves his job so much now, and he's so happy. So obviously, Frank is popular in the family. At the party, I knew my hubby and Frank were up to something because they were whispering a lot and grinning. Right before dessert, Frank stood up and talked about how this year had been the best in his life. He said he wished he could keep his life this way forever. My hubby pipes up with, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it. Ooh.
Got you.
And tossed Frank a ring box.
Oh.
He got down on one knee
Oh.
and asked Lila to marry him.
Oh.
Lovely.
It's cute.
It's cute because they got permission. She, of course, said, heck yeah. It was so touching, and honestly, everyone was crying and hugging and so excited. I noticed my brother-in-law, Todd, wasn't smiling and looked pretty irritated. Todd is single, probably because he enjoys Andrew Tate so much, and he and my hubby have never been close. When we all stopped hugging and sat down, Todd muttered, finally, under his breath. Everyone heard it, though, because he absolutely meant us to. I asked if there was a problem. He said, and I quote, I'm not that interested in celebrating two R-slur people pretending they can have a real life. I almost caught a charge because I about the old 12'd him. Is that the censored?
Oh, the old 1-2
Oh, the old 1-2'd him. There we go. Frank just laughed at him and asked, still single, huh? Boom!
Gotcha.
Frank freaking gotcha!
Go marry Andrew Tate.
Which made everyone laugh. Todd stepped towards him, and my hubby told him to sit down and shut up. He also told him he's an embarrassment.
Yes.
Nice. This is great.
Yeah.
Todd got mad and told my hubby that the embarrassment was how he pretended that Frank and Lila are actually functioning adults. And yet, they're not the ones making the scene at the wedding, are they?
Dude.
Who's the functioning adult now?
Bro.
Certainly not you. At that, my hubby stood up, yanked Todd's chair out, and told him to get the heck out of our house.
Yep.
He told him he didn't want to see his face or hear his voice until he sincerely apologized to Frank and Lila. Todd started to refuse to leave, so I got my phone out and told him I was calling the cops to escort him out if he refused to leave on his own.
Yes.
He's been in Dutch with the cops a few times for wasted and disorderly and assault, so that got him to peel out quickly. Hubby's parents were clearly embarrassed by Todd's behavior, and they left a few minutes later after apologizing to Frank and Lila. We told them they were more than welcome to stay, but they left anyways. This morning, I woke up to a bunch of texts from Todd demanding I talk to my hubby and fix this. I told him no and blocked him. Then my mother-in-law called and asked me to talk to hubby. I was kind about it, but I said no. I told her it's between hubby and Todd, and I respected my husband's feelings. She got upset and said that her family is getting torn apart and I'm allowing it. I told her again I was sorry, but that Todd is totally responsible for this and she needs to take it up with him. She hung up crying. I still don't think hubby and I were wrong here at all, but I truly like my mother-in-law and those tears definitely got to me. But I refuse to let my brother and best friend be abused in my home. Am I the a-hole here? No!
Dude.
In what world are you the a-hole? Oh my goodness.
Like she's what the mother-in-law, right, is crying like, oh, don't tear the family apart. What the freak is Todd doing?
Yeah. Come on,
Oh.
let's use our critical thinking skills here. Who's really tearing the family apart? Is it the person who's just trying to have a wedding? Or is it the person who's throwing slurs around?
If we literally never saw Todd again, if we locked him in a prison, that would be a joyous day.
No one would miss him.
If
Not a
that's-
single person would miss him.
Tearing the family apart? Great.
So
Rip
be
it to
it.
smithereens. Perfect.
Rip it
I
up.
love it.
John, we're going to get back to the story, but I got to tell you, I've been loving these pearls that I got in Colombia.
You are a delicious beaded man now,
I do feel more confident at the very least, but I think these pearls pale in the amount of confidence an OK Storytime membership can get you.
That's right. You get 60 plus hours a month of exclusive live stream content. That's advice that'll make you the best version of yourself.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Crack open that oyster and get the blues. But let's get back to the story.
Additional information from OP. OP says, my mother-in-law has called twice, begging me to interfere and force a discussion. Her tears break my heart. But Todd is just so crappy. I'm honestly relieved that I might never have to deal with him again. And there are some relevant comments. Should we just jump into them?
Let's do it. Let's see what they got to say.
Let's do it. Commenter 1 says, not the a-hole. Your brother-in-law sure has his mom wrapped around his little finger, though. Embarrassing for her, for sure. But do not even fleetingly consider getting on team Coddle Todd.
Ugh.
Make no mistake, this is not just about your brother being insulted. It's also about trying to trick you into participating in that insult through minimizing and peacemaking. Curious to know whether Todd and their mom called your husband directly first, because if not, that's a double black mark against his family and may explain why your husband was so immediate in his willingness to call Todd out at that time. He might have been annoyed by this dynamic often over the years. Opie says, nope, they just called me because I've known to have a soft touch. My hubby has zero patience with their nonsense. Probably because he's been dealing with it for his whole life.
Yeah, he's like, it's his
He's
brother.
like, I hate Todd.
Bro, Todd
Yeah.
literally sucks.
Todd is the worst.
The worst.
Todd is definitely the golden child, but I sense they realize they bet on the wrong horse, so to speak. Commenter 2 says your brother-in-law is a jerk because your mother-in-law enables it. Not the a-hole. Frank sounds hilarious. OP says Frank is the smart A to end all smart A's. He is hysterical. What is so cool about my brother is that he can gently poke like that without being mean or ugly. I love him so much, honestly. I feel like getting him for a brother was the best gift the universe ever gave me.
Oh.
Sweet. Commenter 3 says, you are not the a-hole. Is your mother-in-law asking Todd to apologize? OP says, I can't imagine she has. When he got a DV charge for slapping his ex-fiance, his mom blamed her for being difficult.
Oh my God.
And you like his mom?
What?
This is the mom that you like?
What?
I don't feel bad for her at all. I don't like her.
Cut them. Yeah, get
Cut
them
them all
get
off.
them all. Mom, Dad, Todd, go.
Bye. We spend very little time with my in-laws. I suspect there's going to be even less now. Commenter 4 says, you said that you truly like your mother-in-law. Why? She excused DV and ableism. She's not a good person. Why do you feel bad for her? Because she cried? Is crying enough to excuse her behavior? You're not the a-hole for not helping excuse his actions, but I'm wondering why you think your mother-in-law is so great. OP says, excellent question. She's always been controlling, but she's sweet and delicate about it, if that makes sense. My husband kept our contact minimal, so I'd see her on her best behavior. The only time I didn't was when Todd got arrested and she blamed the woman he slapped. She's difficult and it was just a slap. Oh, that's the mom saying.
That's the
She's
mom
difficult and she was just a slap.
Dude, Mom, no.
We didn't see them for almost 2 years after that until father-in-law developed cancer. Mother-in-law knew how grossed out we were about her defending Todd, and she apologized profusely, saying she was wrong and that Todd knows she was ashamed of him. My hubby called her apology a load of crap later, but I bought it, I guess. Probably because in my family, if someone apologized, they meant it.
Honey, this is not your family.
This is absolutely not your family. Clearly.
Wow.
But when father-in-law got sick, we reconnected, and now here we are. Let me assure you, though, my tolerance for her is gone for good. I feel like an idiot for falling for it at all. And there is an update. Same day, 4 hours later. Update. Todd is on Reddit and loves the Am I the A-hole group. He talks about it at Christmas. That's pretty much why I posted this. He saw this and my mother-in-law called and asked me to remove it. I said, no, don't remove it. Let everyone know how much of a problem she is.
Print posters all over town. Rent
Yeah.
billboards.
Yeah, say, keep away from this woman. She says that it's mean. I told her Todd is meaner and I'm done.
So true.
I told her the post stays up and that I'm never asking hubby to meet with them again. Smart. I am the a-hole, I know, for encouraging my hubby to have contact with them, and I've apologized. Frank's opinion on all of this is that he hasn't wasted time on a-holes in the past, and he's not starting now. I apologize to him, too, for inviting my brother-in-law in the first place. Lila is as snarky as Frank, and she told me no cake for him. LOL, she's the best. I'm maid of honor, so I'm working hard to come up with ways to make this proposal nonsense up to her. And by the way, you know what's not nonsense?
Oh, what is that, Sophia?
Listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcast, or your favorite podcast app and search up OK Storytime.
I will.
It's not nonsense. That's just straight facts.
Straight facts.
And there is a little bit left, but do you have any final thoughts?
I mean, guys, like, cut off Todd, the mom
Cut
and
them
dad,
off.
like they're woefully
Yeah.
misguided.
Yeah.
Woefully misguided.
Big time.
Anyone excusing Todd needs to excuse themselves out of your life.
Excuse themselves from the room. I don't
From
want
the
to see
room.
them.
Just get them out of here. And that's really it. Point blank,
Yeah.
period, end of sentence.
Yeah, there's really nothing I have to say about that. But to finish this story off,
Yes.
someone said this couldn't be true because no one would act like we did after Todd's comment. My response is that you don't know Frank. I think you suspect he's childish and throws fits when he's upset. You couldn't be more wrong. His stated attitude about people like Todd is that he refuses to act just because someone else chooses to. As for everything else, yes, my hubs is the best. I had a ridiculously privileged childhood, and I know that, and I'm grateful. And that is the end of that story.
There we go.
Lovely.
Hopefully we just
Lovely.
get him the freak out of here.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't even want to see ya.
Bye-bye.
But that's the end of that story.
That's the end of that story. My boyfriend's sister-in-law gave him a personal gift for Christmas, and it bothered me.
How personal are we talking here?
That's the question, my friend. Well, throw away because I don't want this connected to my account. I just wanted to start by saying that I realize I might be totally wrong and insecure in this situation. I just really want another perspective or something because I just can't help the fact that this bothers me and I am admittedly feeling jealousy. By the way, this comes from Adder1452, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime and send them in.
That's right.
So I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months at this point. He has 4 siblings, 3 brothers and 1 sister, and we are the shortest relationship in the family. 3 of his siblings are married and the other is in a very long-term relationship. I think the shortest relationship in the bunch is 5.5 years. So I will admit, I am a bit intimidated and insecure there. For Christmas this year, his sister-in-law made him a homemade plushie of this little blue baby dinosaur looking character from his favorite game, Guild Wars. The plushie is amazing quality and he absolutely loved it, but she didn't make one for any of the other boys who also love the game just as much. Not even her husband, who also loves the game. In fact, she went out of her way to give it to him without his other brothers around except for her husband. Her husband was just as excited for her to give his brother the gift as she was, but it just felt off to me and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
Man, I wanted to just say that it's crazy that they both enjoy the game, and it's also crazy that we all just lost the game.
Stop, dude.
I graduated middle school, Dakota. I've graduated.
You're the worst. Come on.
Why would she work so hard on something for my boyfriend and no one else? And it just felt like such a personal gift that I could never match. And I just felt like she totally took away from what I gave him. I did try talking to my boyfriend about it and how I thought it was weird. He said he didn't think it was weird at all because she had always been closer to him than the other brothers. Well, shouldn't she be closer to her own husband than him? He didn't get a plushie. I don't know. I asked him if he would give it back to her, saying he can't accept it. And he refused and said, I'm ridiculous. That's maybe a little too far, but we'll keep going. I just feel like a woman doesn't make such a personal gift for a guy unless they see them as something more. It's just how I was raised, and I hate feeling this way about something like this. I talked to my mom and sister, and they both agreed that it wasn't right and that this was most likely the beginning of her trying to push me out. I just can't help but feel like she was trying to make him like her more than me because he said that she has never given him anything before and this is our first Christmas together. I just don't know what to think or if I'm overthinking this completely. And we have another update and I'm not going to overthink it and dive right in. My first post wasn't popular by any means, but it got a decent amount of comments, so I figured I would update. I went a few weeks without saying anything else about the subject because everyone on here seemed to disagree with my side side of things. Then last Saturday, he told me that he was going to be spending the day at his brother's just to hang out. We generally make plans on Saturdays, but I hadn't had the chance to make official plans with him yet. I just figured it was implied at this point. So I asked him if I would be allowed to go over there with him. That's when he told me that it was just going to be a day with him and his brother. So I reminded him that since it's his brother's house, then most likely his wife will be present too, so I didn't really see how it was fair. Ultimately, it blew up, and I told him everything. Brought up the gift again and just how I feel intimidated by everyone and feel like his sister-in-law is on some pedestal or something because she gets to be there and I don't. I also mentioned how I just feel like I was being pushed out by her and the gift made me feel uneasy. He was frustrated and told me that he was going to his brother's and that he would talk to me later. So I spent all Saturday morning on edge and he just completely jealous. Then around 1 p.m., his sister-in-law called me. I guess he gave her my number and asked me if I was free to meet her for some coffee. I was confused, but agreed to have coffee with her. I expected it to be awkward. At the coffee shop, she wasted no time to tell me that my boyfriend had told her everything. Dude, she said she wanted to meet for dinner because she wanted me to see her face and see that she was genuine in everything she has to say. She wanted to explain that she had no feelings for him in the way I was implying to him and no intention of pushing me out. She said her original plan was to make the plushie for all the boys since they play the game, but it took her way too much time to make one, so she gave it to her favorite brother-in-law.
I mean, okay.
I think I could believe this.
It's like if she did this and then gave it to her ex-boyfriend, then I'd be more like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's her brother-in-law?
Brother-in-law. It's like,
no,
hey,
that
like
weird.
Everyone, you want to make a good impression of the family. You want to build a good bond. Like,
John, we're going to get back to the story, but you're old.
You're as old as me now, pal.
I might be as old as you, but I feel like you have oodles more wisdom.
I've got some wisdom in this old noggin.
You got a piece of wisdom for me right now?
Always respect you.
And I think the other piece of wisdom that I've learned from John is join OK Storytime memberships.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
And it's only $5 a month. So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Get it now while I'm still alive.
Now back to the story.
I questioned why not her husband, and she said that she lives with him and he knew she was making it in the first place and that she could make him one anytime and just wanted to give that one to be a surprise Christmas present. I told her that I still kind of thought it was inappropriate since he was in a relationship now, and she just paused. I didn't say anything for a few seconds. Then she asked me if there was anything else that was bothering me. I used today as an example and said it bothered me that he went to her house and told me I couldn't come because it was a day with his brother, even though she would obviously be there. She told me that it is a day with his brother and that just because she lives in the house doesn't change that. She said that she just kept to herself doing her own things while the boys played video games with each other, and that my boyfriend came over to her when she was in the kitchen to talk to her about me briefly. I didn't say anything. I still felt a bit jealous, but I just didn't know what to say. She then asked me if I had anything else I wanted to get out, and I declined. She said that she didn't want to part ways without giving me some advice. She went on to say that she thinks I'm a very nice girl and that the entire family feels that way, and wanted to remind me that all of the spouses and significant others were new to the family at one point. She then went on about how it takes time to feel a closeness with everyone and that she went through it too. Again, I can't see the error.
Yeah, it sounds like one person has a healthy comprehension of like relationship dynamics in a family and the other one might not. Crazy hot take there.
Stay toxic. She then said that she didn't want to come across the wrong way, but that I needed to work hard on my insecurities or else I would lose my boyfriend. She went on and on saying how I am so nice and that I'm ruining a good thing by letting myself overthink these things and by being so insecure. She told me to really think about how I am acting over his own sister-in-law interacting with him. That's when my stupid brain made me say, well, if you were to get a divorce, then you wouldn't be his sister-in-law and you would be just another woman in his life. That was the moment that it finally hit me how crazy I was being. She gave me a look and said, well, we aren't getting a divorce, so... And I just felt completely embarrassed and apologized. She then very nicely told me that on second thought, she thinks I might not be ready for a relationship at all and that I really need to work on myself. That was pretty much the end of it, and we parted ways. I spent the rest of the weekend crying and hating myself. Oh no, my boyfriend didn't call me or text me at all. Finally, on Monday, he asked if he could come over, so he came over and asked how it went with sister-in-law, and I figured he knew everything, but he said that all she said was that he needed to talk to me. It turns out that he didn't talk to me all weekend because he was angry with how I acted about him going to his brother's house and then bringing up the gift again, and he just needed some space. I mean, honestly, I kind of,
I don't like the ghost. If that's the case, just say that. Don't be silent about it.
Yeah, yes. Communicate. Communicate.
Be like, I just need some space from you this weekend. We'll talk on Monday. And it's like, don't freak out.
Yeah.
Still care about you. I just need a little time to like process my thoughts.
We're going ghost.
Solo style.
We're going ghost. He told me that he wasn't going to put up with this type of behavior and that it is putting way too much unnecessary drama into his life. As I'm sure you're all probably guessing, he proceeded to break up with me. He told me he really cared about me, but just can't imagine how bad it will get in the future if I'm already acting like this with people who are family. I begged him not to leave and that I would do everything to change. And he just wouldn't budge.
Yeah, no, it's just, hey, it's,
At the end of the day, if that's, two got a tango, man.
I don't think you're ready for a relationship like that, OP. I think you need to do some work.
Now, I will say therapy is a good option, but there are other things like, if you go to Spotify or Apple Podcast or your favorite podcast app and look, you do this thing called typing. You search, okay, story time. There are 104 straight days of content that will give you good, goofy advice. Good advice, goofily.
Good advice, goofily. That is true.
That is also, hey, listen, guess what? How expensive is that, Dakota?
Literally, like well, I guess it varies. It depends on where.
It's free. It's free.
Does it? Is Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Spotify is free. Isn't it?
All the podcasts are just free for everybody.
That's okay. So yeah, it varies from free to also free, and also $0. Yeah,
exactly. All three of those. Me, myself, and I haven't heard from him since, and I feel like I had my heart ripped out and stomped on.
Oh my God.
And I know that this is all my fault. I have my mom and sister telling me how it's good riddance and how he broke up with me so that way he wouldn't have anything holding him back from his sister-in-law. Oh, and this just broke me.
So there's the top down right there. There's the top down pressure.
I am so done with my family and the way they put these toxic ideas in my head. So yeah, not a happy update. From here, I am planning on working on myself and hope to someday maybe convince him to give me another chance. I don't know why I wrote this update. It just feels so good to get out, I guess, and further convinces me I need to change.
Here we go. Hey,
we're left on the cliffhanger, but you know what? Hey, just get on that train and just keep going.
Honestly, that's not even to me. That's not even a cliffhanger. That's like you've now become acutely aware that your family is toxic and you have behaviors you need to change, and that's like a lot of people have to spend a lot of time in therapy to even get there. So like you're doing great. Don't, try not to focus too. I gotta say they gotta be young if that's how they're thinking about the 6-month boyfriend and like all this stuff. It's like I get, 6 months is not a nothing relationship for sure, but it's also not like, clearly this was not a soulmate or type scenario. This is not like the end of your romantic life. It's like you I would not get hung up on this one guy being like, maybe I can get him to take me back. It's more just like work on yourself, focus on you, and then the right situation will find you. It's like you find what you need when you're not looking for it most of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
and when you're doing all that self-work, how well is that going to prepare you for the next relationship? Like you are going, I feel like OP will look back on this, especially now that she's being aware. She's like, I want to keep going down this path. Like, I feel like she'll look at this as kind of like a pivotal moment of like, this is good. My son cut contact after his wife gave birth, so I hired a lawyer to discuss grandparents' rights. Go get him, Granny.
I have a feeling that you're the problem.
It could be. I like this. I like this conspiracy. So my son, Dave, has been married to my daughter-in-law, Beatrice 24 ? Since September of 2020. Due to the pandemic, I never really got to know her because they only dated for about a year before they got married, and I didn't know about her until they had dated for about 6 months. By the way, this comes from Deleted, but if you don't want to be deleted and want to share your story, go to r/OKStorytime. Send it in. Our subreddit. Now, I love my son very much, but I feel like my relationship has been rocky since they got married. He has a daughter from a previous relationship who is 10, and since they got together, I haven't had the same relationship with her. I know this is partially because he moved out of my house very suddenly without really saying anything, may I add, and I no longer get her on his weekends. I try to get them to bring her to visit when they have her, but usually I only see her once a month or so, and lately it has felt like she has been more distant when she visits. I think this because Beatrice, I think that was her name and I'm going to roll with it, says negative things about me around her, and I find that unfair. Foreshadowing, we shall see. They just had a baby at the end of January. She was induced due to preeclampsia and in labor for 3 days before having a C-section. I had been in an accident a few weeks prior, and I don't have a vehicle, and my son refused to pick me up to be there for the labor at all or to see the baby in the hospital, but her parents got to see the baby and were in the parking lot the entire time. So I called him while she was in labor a few times, but on the second day after her water broke, I called him and heard her snap at him to get off the phone, and he refused to accept my calls after that. I just wanted to know that the three of them were okay though. She was in the hospital 2 days after the C-section, and they wouldn't stop to visit me on their way home after the birth because she was hurting, even though she had pain meds she could have taken, and she just didn't feel right. Dude, she was giving birth for 3 days in a row.
She's giving birth for 3 days. It's not about you. It's not about you. You're the problem. This is why they don't want to let you near their kids.
This is when I became concerned that she has postpartum depression. My daughter ended up picking up her prescriptions and some groceries for them and got to see the baby that night. Her and Beatrice have a relationship that is apparently pretty good. I was supposed to visit a couple of days after they got home, but she ended up insisting something was wrong and went back to the doctor, who apparently sent her to the hospital. My son told me they diagnosed her with postpartum preeclampsia, but I was pretty certain that that was only something that happened during pregnancy and went away after birth, so I was pretty sure he was confused. The day after they admitted her again, 5 days after the baby being born, with everyone meeting her but me, was my birthday. I called her around 8 that morning to see what was really going on, but she didn't answer me. A little while later, my son called me and wished me a happy birthday and asked why I'd called Beatrice. I admit I snapped at him and said she should be returning my call because I called her.
Girly,
I called her.
she's going through it right now.
No, you need to.
It's my birthday.
After taking 3 days to give birth, Sophia, you need to go right over.
Like, what are you doing?
To Crazy Granny's house and
Give me the baby.
Yeah. Hey, why do you have the audacity to try and raise your own child and heal your body that has just gone through it?
Not allowed.
I hung up on him, and maybe 5 minutes later, she called me. I told her that she should have called me and that I wanted to hear her voice and hear from her what was going on since my son gets confused. I then asked her if this was a mental or physical issue, and she went silent before saying physical. I asked, was she sure? And she got kind of snippy and said they had padding on her bed because she was a seizure risk and she couldn't be alone with her newborn, so she was pretty sure. I didn't comment on her tone because I was sure she was stressed.
I'm sorry. You said, was it mental or physical? And she goes, physical. And you go, are you sure? You should thank God that she was just snippy, because I'd be pretty pissed.
She was released the next day, and they came and visited me while I was at my daughter's watching her 2 kids on their way home so I could see the baby. I offered her some pillows to sit on. My son said she basically gave birth both ways. Even though I knew this wasn't true, I wondered if she had some soreness that made him think it is. And she refused my hospitality, saying she was fine and felt pretty good. And 2 weeks later, my son picked me up and brought me to their home to visit. I stayed for a few hours, and she didn't really make any effort to talk to me. She was just quiet and sat on the couch. When my son took me home, I asked why she was so inhospitable. And he said that I had been rude while she was in the hospital, that she shouldn't have had to call me, and that I shouldn't have asked if it was a mental or physical problem because he had already told me it was physical. He also said I shouldn't be posting anything on Facebook before her about the baby being born, and that I was rude when he called me to take it down. She doesn't post on social media very often, so I didn't think it would be a big deal.
Yes. So OP keeps writing this and doesn't realize that they're in the wrong at all. How can you write this all out and be like, yeah, I'm in the right?
I'm so speechless today, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't picked me up to see the baby because he needs to be there to help with the baby, and they won't bring the baby to me because he says the baby isn't allowed at my house. I told my son I'm planning to quit my job to babysit for them. Please don't do that. But I haven't even gotten her a return to work date, and she hasn't once thanked me for doing it. Overall, I feel like she's holding on to some petty things, some very petty things, and is using them to keep me from my son and granddaughters. I want a relationship with her, but I am missing some critical bonding time with the baby, and I'm going to going to struggle to forgive her for it, especially over petty nonsense she won't even bring up to talk about with me. I'm really wanting to send a text and lay out all my feelings for her, just hash it out. But I understand there are probably cultural differences at play too. I understand there's probably some cultural differences at play with all of us too, so I could use some advice on what to say.
My advice? Leave them alone.
Stop and run away.
Stop talking to them.
Literally.
Actually, close your mouth and never speak again.
Yes. Yes, Sophia.
Just shut up.
But we'll read some comments before that happens. Commenter number 1. I'm sorry you told them that you were quitting your job to babysit for them. You didn't ask. They didn't ask. Are you planning to move in with them now that you won't be working and can't support yourself? Lady, you need to back all the way off and let them rest. You're being a major nuisance to two people who are trying to work through a very difficult time. If they need your help, they will ask. Opie replied, I told my son I would after I heard Beatrice telling my daughter about her struggle to find
Reputable
daycare without a year-long wait and how she was scared for the safety of her baby. They won't have to worry if I watch her. Yes, they do. It wouldn't be for free, and I own my own house outright, so I have no mortgage. Oh my God, she's going to charge them? Oh God. I don't plan to live with them. I also had planned to watch my daughter's 2 children, but we are currently not on speaking terms. I wonder why. So I may get a part-time job on the weekends to supplement my income a little bit, but either way, I will be okay. Another reply says, can't imagine why your daughters cut you out of their lives. You seem like a peach. I just remembered a very sad, tragic tale.
Oh, what is it?
I remember when a young Samuel Donner, he wanted to join the cool kids, but instead of labeling you as one of the cool kids,
They called me Salad Boy because I ate nothing but salads. I could not trade my lunch for a lunch. Really anything.
You know what community will always welcome you with open arms, Sam?
And make you feel like a cool kid?
The great people who have OK Storytime memberships.
Oh, I heard that 60 plus hours of members only content Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
You heard right, Sam, and it's only $5 a month.
So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join. Now back to the story.
Chomp, chomp. Guess what? You ain't a page. Golly. And we have the update. Well, I apologize to my daughter-in-law for all the things my son listed. Since I had received feedback about it being my son's job to handle his family, I told him my apologies to pass along and then waited. However, I got no response from Beatrice. No thank you. No trying to bury the hatchet. Nothing. Thank you.
She's like, I apologize. So naturally, I get what I want now.
It's over. I have done it. I have decreed his apologies and it's all go back
Thank
to
you.
normal.
Bow down to my apology, please.
Please bow.
I'm the best person in the world.
Thank you. So last Friday, I made an appointment with an attorney to discuss grandparents' rights and had that appointment on Tuesday. The lawyer told me, please let him be good. I had a good chance with my older granddaughter, but would likely get nowhere with the baby. I filled out some paperwork to get the process started, but Tuesday night I was questioning if I was doing the right thing. Oh my God. I called one of my friends to discuss and was seriously considering not moving forward with it after talking to her. Then yesterday I received this message from Beatrice. Hey OP, this is Beatrice. I just wanted to let you know that friend told us you're intending to go for grandparental rights and also shared everything you've had to say about me. Let me first say that I have not once kept either of the girls from you, and I certainly have not kept my husband, your son, from you. He is a grown booty man, and if he wanted to talk to you, he was free to. You have not asked to come over and visit since my husband, your son, picked you up. You cannot expect us to, 1, read your mind, and 2, drop everything and come to pick you up. We have a new baby. We have our own lives. I have not said a word to you about what happened during delivery/postpartum because I have no energy to argue with you. Your son said you apologized, and I told him I appreciated it, even though it was not a real apology. You apologized for what you did to hurt my feelings, not that my feelings were hurt. I don't have the time for your drama. For the record, though, what you just said was absolutely disgusting. I almost fell into eternal sleep, and it had nothing to do with my mental health. Since you have decided to go for grandparental rights, we will have no direct contact with you. All contact will need to go through our lawyer. You have been removed from my Facebook. You're not permitted to post any pictures you have been sent of my child on social media, and older grandmom's daughter feels the same way regarding older granddaughter. We intend to have something written up by our lawyers and sent to you by the end of the week regarding this, and ceasing contact with us. I assume we will be served with your visitation paperwork this week as well. You will get no pictures or phone calls going forward. In fact, you will be blocked.
The protagonist of the story isn't the person writing it. You really gotta look. You really gotta reflect and be like, why does everyone hate me in this Reddit room?
Look deep into your
honestly,
old mirror.
You don't even have to look that deep. Look surface level.
Look surface level.
Look surface level and be like, wow, that person is terrible.
I also hope you realize you'll absolutely lose this case. Your house is not suitable to live in, and you would have to be able to pass a rug test. When you lose, we will not resume contact with you. You lost your chance at being a part of our kids' lives by deciding to go the most nuclear option instead of just communicating with us. I tried to respond to her and tell her that I didn't want to go through with it anymore, and I reacted out of anger, but she wouldn't answer text or calls, so I assumed I am really blocked.
Shocking.
Wow. I called my son to tell him about the text that she sent, and he said he knew about it, and it was a lot nicer than what he wanted to send to me. That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yep.
By the way, you know what else is better? Your life. Why is that, Sophia?
Your life on OK Storytime is better than your life without
Guys,
it.
go to Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast, search OK Storytime for full episodes
Make your life better.
with stories like this. Make your life better. Anyways, let's get back to this crazy granny. So that's where I'm at this point. I'm going to show my Lord a text so that I can show how unwilling to forgive and to work with me she is. And hopefully it will resolve quickly so I can at least get visitation rights with my oldest granddaughter. Edit to add, I don't appreciate the nasty messages I've received or the barrage of nasty comments. I admit I made a mistake, but now this is my only opinion. It's clear that most of the responses from Reddit are from those young people, not from my generation. I have gotten different responses in other online support groups from people my own age who are also grandparents, many from my own culture. And we have some comments. Let's end this tragedy. So comment number 1 says, so last Friday, I made an appointment with an attorney to discuss grandparents' rights. Just had to double down, didn't you? You weren't getting the attention you demanded, so you had to take it one step further. You should worry more about what a sad, lonely life you will have for the next 30 years than about continuing down your path of destruction. Whew, very true. Another reply. Also note that she was able to get herself to an appointment to speak to a lawyer about this, but couldn't manage to transport herself to the hospital or to visit her grandkids.
Yeah, was she asking earlier for her son to pick her up?
Yes, I just now realized
his wife was actively in like 3 days of labor.
Yes. And calling, and while she's like...
I'm just imagining being like in active labor and someone keeps calling you and you're like...
I'm not picking up.
I'm not picking up.
I'm not picking up, guys.
Not picking up.
Commenter number 2. I passed away a little inside after reading that OP was upset that traumatized daughter-in-law didn't stop at OP's place on her way home from a 3-day nightmare labor, and then that OP called daughter-in-law to harass her after her daughter-in-law was back in the hospital for complications, and then kept inferring that daughter-in-law made it up. Horrible beyond words, completely unhinged. Another reply, check out our comments in the legal advice thread. OP admits that she hopes that her son divorces his wife so that way she can see her grandchildren more. I think we have to divorce Granny from society.
I would like to trebuchet her into the black hole. I don't want her to exist.
Same.
You bother me.
Yes,
You vex me.
I agree. That entire story
You're
was
quite
very,
vexing.
Yes, OP was the one on the wrong.
And never realized it. Never
No.
once.
Not once, not twice, maybe 3 times.